The Samsung Galaxy J8 is the most expensive J-series variant in 2018 by Samsung. Is this smartphone could be yours? Hello ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, my name is Muhammad Irfan Priyotomo and this is Irfan XCP's channel. You are watching a full comprehensive review of the Samsung Galaxy J8 2018. First, let's talk about the design. The design of the J8 kind of similarly found on the J6, but it is much bigger and wider because it has a 6-inch screen. I will talk about the screen in the later the video. Unlike on the J Pro is wrapped in full metal body, on the J8 it's still wrapped in polycarbonate plastic, but the build quality is solid enough. There are 3 different color options on the J8. They are black, gold, and purple. Right, let's take a look at the J8 around. On the right side, you find on the speaker and power button. On the button, you find 3mm headset jack, microphone, and the micro USB port, not the Type-C. On the left side, you find only 2 different kind of slots. The long one can be used for the first SIM and the micro SD card, and the short one can be used for the second SIM. That means you can use 2 SIM cards and a micro SD cards all together. Meanwhile, you do have a dedicated volume buttons. The back side, you find of the dual rear camera setup with LED flash, fingerprint scanner, and Samsung branded. Finally, at the front, you find the infinity display with the short bezels on the left and the right, front-facing camera with LED flash, earpiece, and couple of sensors. When it comes to screen, the Samsung Galaxy J8 comes with the 6-inch 720 by 1480p Super AMOLED screen with 18.5 by 9 aspect ratio and the pixel density count of 274 pixels per inch. Screen quality on the J8 is pretty good. Viewing angles are pretty wide, punchy colors, and deep black colors. Unfortunately, the J8 does not have the auto brightness sensors just like on the J Pro, so you have to adjust the brightness manually via the notification panel, which is quite disappointing. When it comes to UI, the Galaxy J8 runs with Android 8.0 Audio with the version of Samsung Experience 9. The UI kind of similar you find on the other Samsung phones, including the Bixby homepage. When it comes to features, the J8 is pretty good. First, you do have a multi-window which you can open up 2 applications at the same time, device maintenance which you can check up the battery, RAM, internal storage, device security, and many more. Third, a one-handed mode which you can lower the screen size if you have a small hands. Fourth, quick launch camera which you can open up the camera app via depressing the power button twice. And finally, dual messenger which you can using 2 accounts at the same time. The Samsung Galaxy J8 is really decent specs considering the price above 3 million rupiah. It uses the Snapdragon 450 with Adreno 506 GPU, 3 or 4 GB of RAM, 32 or 64 GB of internal storage, dual rear camera setup which is 16 and 5 megapixels respectively, 16 megapixel front camera, and it has 3500 mAh battery and also 8.2mm of thickness. When it comes to performance, the J8 doesn't disappoint. Open and close the applications is pretty fast enough, and the gaming performance was once again doesn't disappoint on the J8. You can play the heavy games like the Mobile Legends, Asphalt 9, and PUBG Mobiles running fine on the medium graphics. When it comes to battery, the J8 comes with a 3500 mAh sealed battery, and I have to say, the battery life on this J8 is pretty good. You can use this J8 for about over a day until 1.5 days, depending on the usage, with as 5 to 7 hours of screen on time. Unfortunately, the J8 does not come with quick charge, so you have to be patient if you want to recharge the battery on the J8. Alright, let's talk about the camera. The Samsung Galaxy J8 comes with a dual rear camera setup. The main camera is 16 megapixel shooter with f1.7 aperture, while the secondary camera has 5 megapixel shooter with f1.9 lens for the bokeh mode. Meanwhile, the front-facing camera has 16 megapixel shooter with f1.9 lens. When it comes to photos, in auto lighting conditions, the results is pretty good with pretty good amount of detail, really good colors, and pretty wide enough dynamic range. When it comes to bokeh mode, the results is pretty good, I have to say, with a separation of the objects and blur is mostly clean without hit and miss. When it comes to low light photos, the J8 is pretty good. Thanks to the f1.7 aperture, you can get a lot of light coming in on these photos without noise. Otherwise, the detail is still pretty good and color accuracy is pretty good without washed out. But you have to be careful when I was taking the photos on the J8 in low light, because there is no optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization option of this J8, and then the results is really shaky. When it comes to front-facing camera, the J8 is pretty good results with pretty good amount of detail, pretty good dynamic range, and despite it has only one camera setup, you can still use the bokeh mode. It has a pretty decent results. And if you are a girl, you can use the AR stickers and then results like this. When it comes to video, the J8 can record up to 1080p Full HD at 30 frames per second with pretty decent results. It has a really clear sound, really good dynamic range, and fast enough autofocus. Overall, the camera on the J8 is pretty good enough. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy J8 could be yours? The answer is depending on the reference. If you are looking for the smartphone for using for the selfies only, if you want to buy the Oppo F9 or the new Vivo V11 Pro just came out, but it is too expensive for you, the Samsung Galaxy J8 is highly recommended for you. It has a really good display, good performance, pretty good battery life, and of course pretty good camera. But if you are looking for this smartphone for heavy use, like the much more longer battery life, heavy gaming, and superior camera, and also really good value for money, search somewhere else smartphones like the Asus ZenFone Max Pro M1 or Xiaomi Redmi Note 5. When it comes to price, the Samsung Galaxy J8 it sells about 3.5 million rupiah, or for about 220 plus something dollars if you convert to the rupees in India in the results on the screen. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for the full comprehensive review of the Samsung Galaxy J8 2018. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have any suggestions or questions about this J8, do let me know in the comment section down below. Share this video into another friends. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications if you don't want to miss the new upload videos. And also thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye guys!